How long does it take to receive help or guidance from 190 Vision? Keep watching to find out. There are times when we receive questions for guidance or requests for help, and very quickly the help is given or the guidance is received. But there are other times when it takes a while, and my husband will say, "No, I went to go do the work and I was told, no, hold off." The question for me is, why? Why is it like that? Honey?
This is a short video because you just got the answer. You just gave the I don't know why that. I never ask why.
Oh.
It's not like I ask why. So, bye everyone. It was nice.
See, but there are many individuals who have a time frame in which they want to receive the help or they want to receive the guidance. I've
Right.
seen that too.
That's right.
And, sometimes they don't get the answer that they want in the time that they want it. And then they get a bit bothered. Some don't. They just say, okay, well, I guess it wasn't supposed to be. But other times they're like, well, why couldn't you have told me this information sooner? And, well.
So let's go through them one by one then. See, you just came up with a whole bunch of things there.
Right.
So let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
So someone asked for guidance.
Yes.
Or for help, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen where someone will literally say, I need to know this by today.
Right.
Or by tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well let's go with the one for today. They need to know by today.
Mm-hmm.
What's the challenge with that? No, you're trying to make it too technical.
Right,
Just
okay.
Forget about the spiritual realm. We have a life.
Yes.
We have a family.
We have a lot of things that we do. Mm-hmm.
So don't expect that we're going to drop everything that we're doing to get you your answer. We do this to help people. Mm-hmm. We don't charge you anything, so please respect our time.
If my husband is guided to drop everything and do it, he will. But otherwise, for the most part, the questions come in, I'll let my husband know what the question is, and that, this is something they'd like to get an answer on today, and he'll say, well, he'll know right away, they're going to have to wait.
Done. All right? The main thing is this, that I will check for guidance or do work, healing work or clear work on someone based on what I'm guided to. Mm-hmm. And you've seen me do healing work or clearing work, and then I remove somebody's information because I wasn't guided to do work with that individual.
Right.
So it's not even that I'm not doing work for that day or for that moment, but they were not supposed to be included. Mm-hmm. So that's the other thing, right? That until I'm guided to do work with that individual, no work is going to get done. Mm-hmm. This is not something I decide to do on my own. That's why this is not like 1-800 psychic line or you're calling a medium line or whatever it is. You're we deal with the Ascended Masters and they guide us and we follow their guidance. They've had times where I have no plans of doing any work.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we get a request and I'm told right away, no, work on this right now. So then I drop everything I'm doing and work it out right away because that's how I was guided and I have to follow that. Mm-hmm. But going back to the human part, I'll say again, for those of you that want an answer right away, you're contacting the wrong place because please show some respect for our family life and for the things that we do. We want to help you, but you should understand that we have to take care of our kids. My wife has a business to run and we have other things to do. And we're not just going to drop everything and to answer your question because you want it now. No, we're not doing that. Again, unless if we're guided to. Normally, the things that we're doing outside of healing or clearing work, those are the things we're guided to do anyway. It's not like we decide, oh, well, let's go do this now. Everything we do, we're guided to do. And that's why we won't just drop that and then go fulfill somebody's need because they feel that because they feel that they have to get an answer like right now. We don't operate that way. So if you need an answer right now, you should go somewhere else. And then if you can wait, then you can contact us. Okay? Next thing is this. Be ready to wait a while. Because what you might see as a pressing issue, the Ascended Masters don't see it that way. And we go by what the Ascended Masters see, not what you see with your human eyes. So literally, you could be panicking, you could be stressed out. It's all a mirage, as the Buddhists say. You're allowing yourself to be stressed. You're allowing yourself to be in a panic. But if the Ascended Masters don't guide me to go do something about what you consider this very stressful or very serious situation, I'm not going to go to do it, no matter how many messages you send us.
And if you know that you're requesting help from the Ascended Masters, and you've already said the questions to us, I say, let it go. Because whatever will happen, you've already asked. And once we ask, things have already been put into motion. You'll get the answer at the right time for you. And also, one more thing, dream interpretation. That's another thing we get a lot of requests for. And that might take a while as well, because we have a lot of individuals we work with as well, with a whole lot of different things. And sometimes the dream interpretations don't come as quickly, and that's just how it's supposed to be. You'll get it when you're supposed to get it. So, letting us know, I had the dream last night. Did you get the interpretation yet? Did you get it now? No, just be patient, please. When it comes, we'll let you know.
Now, we're not saying that you shouldn't check in.
Right.
Maybe if you don't hear from us within a couple of days, check in and say, hey guys, did you remember? Just reminding you, I sent this, that's fine. It's a friendly reminder because again, we have huge volume. With dream interpretations, keep in mind, well, not even dream interpretations. Okay, everything we do comes from the Ascended Masters. Everything. We don't go reading a book. We don't go online and do research. All right. So, for example, I know that there are websites out there that tell you, that claim that they can help you interpret your dreams. You can go there and have them interpret your dreams for you. That's fine. We don't go there. So it's going to take us 2 minutes. Oh, let me go to dream.com and look it up and then send you a message. No. We wait until the Ascended Masters.
He just made that up, by the way. I don't know if that site even exists.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just said
for you to know, if you go there and you're like, wait, this doesn't even exist. It's because my husband literally just made that up.
Right. I just said that. So yeah, and if it does exist, then there's a place you can go.
There you go.
But we don't use anything like that. Okay. I know, for example, some folks are into numerology, and they have websites you can go to. We don't do that. All right, so if you want interpretations for that, you go to that website. Anything that you want guidance on, I wait until that guidance comes directly from the Ascended Masters. I don't go like this. I don't go and make a phone call to the Ascended Masters and say, well, my wife has a question. Will you please give me the answer? No, that's not how it works either. And maybe that's what people think, that, oh, well, let me just send them a message and he'll go and make connect with the Ascended Masters and they'll give the answer
right away.
No, I don't go and do that. The way this works is I see the list, there's a list there, or I go to the altar, get ready to do work, and then the Ascended Masters will literally point me in the direction of what I'm going to work on for the day or for that moment. Okay? So I don't look at a list and say, oh, I'm going to work on all of these or just this one, this one, this one. No. The Ascended Masters guide me and said, you're going to work on this individual, this one here, this one here. Or they might say, you're going to work on everybody. There are times when they'll tell me, or they've told me, right now you just do a clearing. You won't be doing any healing work, just clearing work. So at that moment, I'll do clearing work on everybody. And then later on in the day, I'll be talking, now you can go do the healing work. Then I go and do the healing work part. And then later on, maybe even the following day or 2 days later, then I'm guided to go do guidance work. So, and then there are days when I do all 3 in one day.
Yep.
All right, so that's not something I decide on. I'm guided by the Ascended Masters as to what to do and when. So when individuals are, and we've had so many individuals that come and say, I need to know this like right now, it's an emergency. Then you're contacted the wrong place. Because now you might be right about how you feel it's an emergency, because then like we've said, as my wife said, there are times when I'm guided right away, okay, go take care of that. And immediately I go and take care of it.
But we don't know until you've asked and my husband is told by the Ascended Masters, you know, if this is something that's immediate attention needed right away, or no, this needs to hold off.
And that's rare when it's immediate.
Right.
They tell me it's immediate.
That's very
it's very rare. That doesn't happen very often at all. In many cases, you'll wait a few days, and as my wife said, that's where you should really know that because you already put in the question, you're asking for guidance, you're asking for help for healing, clearing, whatever it might be, work is already being done on your behalf. So you don't have to be worried about, oh no, I have to wait 5 days. What's going to happen? I'm going to die by then. You're not going to die. All right? Because, you might die, but that means it's the time to die. Okay? It's not because we delayed in getting back to you. The Ascended Masters know what's best for you. And when the best time is for us to do the work on your behalf, whether it's guidance, clearing, or healing, that's when I'll be guided to go and do the work on your behalf. Even though it already started in the spiritual realm. I'm just kind of connecting with it now with the help of the Ascended Masters and finishing it whichever way it's supposed to go.
Right.
You want to add anything to that?
Not really. I mean, it really does happen the way my husband says. I as soon as all the requests come in, I write them all down. I write everything down for my husband, so he knows, all right, this is for individuals requesting checks, healing, guidance, dream interpretation. He's got all the lists ready to go, and he will go through them. And sometimes when I get all the information back, I'm like, whoa, there are more people here than what I had written down. Or, ooh, there are individuals here who didn't get anything done. I wonder why. And it's always, for me, fun to see why these things happen. Well, why wasn't that person helped today? You know, and then we find out, oh, because of this, this, and this was happening with them, and it would have not, helped them at that time. They needed to go through that first. So it's fascinating for me to watch.
We do have, thanks for mentioning that, we do have individuals where no request comes in from them,
right? But
then I'm guided to do work on them, so then we get their information and add them to that list.
Yep.
And those are the ones that they'll be like, oh, I was about to send you a message.
Right? I was about to contact you. How did you know?
Right.
We don't know. Masters, we don't know. My husband just knows. You're supposed to do this for this person right now.
Exactly.
Boom.
Right?
So.
That's how that works. Okay, so please leave if you're thinking there's a personal thing because we don't like you, even though in a completely different country, we've never met you.
We don't know you. It's not a personal thing.
It sure isn't, okay? Because we don't even know who you are. We see your picture and that's about it. So how could we dislike you for that? No. Maybe it's because of their race.
How do you know the race? Oh, from the picture?
That's right. How do I know? I don't know. That one doesn't apply.
A lot of times we can hardly tell by the picture because the pictures come across so small.
But it's not even that. I don't really pay attention to the color.
Right. You don't see any of that. I do.
Okay. So that's a bad one.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever it is. From the country they come from.
Oh, you discriminate by country?
Yes. A lot of countries I don't
Now, if that were true, oh my.
What's it, oh my?
That would be really bad if that were true.
It is true.
It's not true. It's a bunch of baloney. I'm picking on the Italians, huh? I'm sorry, I'm the one. There you go. Now you know where the breakdown is.
That's very discriminatory. We just talked about it earlier. That's the stuff our son was talking about. You do stuff like I just told her a story, folks. that our sacrifice, our son said something. I said, Jeff, why did you say that? You know, be careful. People think you discriminate. You say, oh, my mom does it all the time. I tell my wife, oh, I have to defend you, and you have to tell them, no, that's not how it goes. And there you go, one of those.
But see, I wasn't being discriminatory.
No, that's
I was just baloney. I didn't like, oh wait, baloney's Italian.
But that's what I'm saying. That it's not. You don't mean it to be discriminatory, but
No.
you know.
But people can take it that way
Exactly.
these days. I understand.
Right? Exactly. So
Well, there you go, folks.
my wife is a racist against Italians. What are the line do you
I
have?
love baloney.
You have any other lines to add there?
No more. We're not going to dig this hole any deeper here. Bottom line,
Yeah.
when it comes to your requests, they're all worked on according to the Ascended Master guidance that comes through.
Right. You know, for example, I guess a great case.
Another
we have,
example.
We have one of our friends, and we've been best friends for a long time, and you know, she's about to interview for this vice president position, and then she said, "Well, please check on this." And I was never guided to do anything with it, even though I already knew what day she was supposed to go on. This is a very good one. Because the moment I saw the guidance question, I already got the answer as to when she should interview. But we never got back to it because I hadn't really focused at the altar. You know, even though I get the answer, sometimes I want to double check, right? I just want to be sure. And then she sent a message, oh, I was supposed to get back. They wanted me to tell them when I'm available on this day. Remember that? And the day that they wanted her to, the day that she told them she's available was the exact same day that I got. Right? And I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't have to get back to her, because this was going to get resolved by the Ascended Masters anyway. So they guided her without me having to get back to her. You know, so there are different ways that you get your answer. And that's why you shouldn't be stressed about it. The answer will come when it's supposed to get there. You know, you don't think about, or don't start worrying about, well, I'm gonna miss this date. I'm supposed to get back to this person by tomorrow. Don't let a human being run your life. Don't let a human being give you a deadline. All right? You are working with God, and you're accountable to God. You know God will take care of you. So it doesn't matter if they tell you, if I don't hear from you by tomorrow, you don't need to call me. Okay, then that wasn't meant to be. Plain and simple. Don't stress yourself out about it. Just be patient with everything, knowing that God is in control.
And as you continue working with 190 Vision, you'll start seeing it more and more for yourself, that just as you send a question to us, you'll receive the answer yourself, and you'll be like, oh, I just got it. I think this is it.
No,
And
that's
then
not
some
every
individuals
time, though.
send us, what's that?
That's not every time.
It's not every time, but,
Yeah, so don't
but
mention
the
it.
more they
Don't-
work with us, it
Okay.
can happen.
Okay, right.
It can happen.
Now, we don't want people, once they get the training.
Oh,
let's say
right,
they
that's
get
right.
into-
Well, once you
that's-
start getting more training,
Exactly.
that's when it happens, and you can really be able to see more.
Right, they get to
in your
part of
life.
prosperity, then things start to happen there, but not before then.
Right.
So we don't have to think, oh, why didn't I get the answer? Well, they're not part of that training group yet.
Right.
So that's when it becomes easier for
So
them.
make sure you become a part of the training groups.
Work hard. You have to qualify for it, by the way. Okay?
Yes.
You don't pay any money, but you pay with time and implementation. So,
Yep.
all right. But again, timing. Just know that the timing. Leave it up to God's time. Okay. Don't make it a human being thing. You know, as Jesus said, give what belongs to Caesar, give what belongs to God, to God. Guess what belongs to God? Time. Even though in the spiritual realm, it doesn't exist. All right? That's why for Caesar, he sees time, and they tell you, you need to get back to me by next week. In the spiritual realm, there is no time. And that's why you start to panic because you're thinking, I'm meeting a deadline. When in the spiritual realm, there is no deadline. See where the disparity is? And that's why people get all confused about, I think they're ignoring my guidance question. I don't think they like me. Why are they taking so long? Why are they delaying? We're not delaying. There is no time in God's universe. You know? So stop panicking about it. You'll be fine. If you don't get that answer in your time, know that it will come in God's time, which is the perfect time.
Okay.
I'm done with that one.
Awesome. If you have any questions or concerns, please be sure to let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you soon.
When we come back from Italy.
Remember to subscribe and like this video. Join the Facebook group 190 Vision to connect with others on the same journey. Get help by visiting our website 190vision.com. Support the 190 Vision mission by clicking on the Donate button, which is at the bottom of each page of our website.